Right now, the founder is with us, Carlos.
Hey.
Carlos Mendoza. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having us here.
Again, my apologies. Glad you were able to come in. We'll get the word out like we promised.
No worries. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
Carlos, also with you is your wife, Andrea, correct?
Yes, Andrea's here. Andy.
Hello.
Hi, Andy. How you doing? And then the third person is?
I'm Matt Larson. I'm a member of the Artisan Social Club with Carlos.
Oh, that's great. Well, welcome to the show. And you said your first name is Matt, right?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Well, that's great. Well, great to talk to you again. You can go to artisansocialclub.com, and you were on Joe's table for two, and that's kind of you had talked about your food photography, Andrea, right? And then all of a sudden we got to start to get to know a little bit more about the Artisan Social Club, right? That's kind
Yes,
of
yes.
Rolling, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Oh,
We're
you're
excited to
welcome.
talk about Artisan Social Club.
So let's let the founder introduce it. Carlos, why don't you tell us a little bit about what ASC is?
Yeah, so the Artisan Social Club was started back in California in 2018, and it started really just with with one person. We went to an event one time, and we started noticing that there was a lot of people with a lot of different struggles and things that they were not getting a lot of answers for when it came down to like the career. And so a lot of artists there were kind of busy. They didn't really have any time to really kind of share too much information about the industry. They were more about their art and stuff like that. So what we ended up doing is I gathered up a few friends of mine, and we just said, hey, why don't we just start our own club, our own thing, and start our own community, and just kind of because we needed something closer to our area because we were driving pretty far. And anyway, so I actually sent it out on Instagram, and I said, hey, anybody want to come draw with me? And one guy responded to it. His name's Rob. He actually is a good friend of mine now. We've been friends for years now. And Rob showed up at Starbucks with me, and he was the only person that showed up. And we just started drawing, and I'd never met him before. He just was a guy that was following me on Instagram. And anyway, so one person, Rob, became 6, and 6 became 8, and 8 became 14. And then Starbucks was like, listen, guys, we appreciate having you guys here, but you guys are just flooding my whole my whole facility here. So we couldn't host any more of the social clubs there because it was getting too big. A lot of people came over to draw. A lot of laptops were up, and so afterwards we kind of started migrating to different areas. A lot of different companies started hearing a little bit more about it, and we were fortunate to team up with different companies that allowed us to use their facilities to host a lot of these gatherings. And so it became really, really big, and to the point where we actually got the attention of one of the largest, in fact, one of the most influential schools in Hollywood, the Noman School of Visual Effects in Hollywood. And they were very gracious to give us their hangar. It's a gigantic hangar that they host a lot of events there. And they gave us the facility once a month, and we were doing these events every single month faithfully to all the community, and they would come, and they were just anticipating who was the next speaker, what was the next event, what was the next theme and topics of conversations. And so it started to become such a humongous community for artists to come and draw and hang out. And we got to the point now where it became an expected thing. People were expecting what's the next thing, and they wanted to schedule their days and things for to attend the social club stuff. And then COVID hit us, and I had moved to New Jersey from California. I moved to Jersey to come work here, and after I moved here, obviously we couldn't have Artisan Social Club in a social distance environment. So we definitely had to put a pause to everything, and then kind of regroup. We did put it on hiatus for a little bit, and then in recent times I teamed up with my partner Joe Campos over in LA, and we just said, we gotta resurrect this thing. It's definitely needed, especially now that we're coming out of this COVID, the pandemic and things. So we started just kind of teaming up and saying, listen, we can bring this back together again. We can build the community back up again, and then share all the insights. So we reached out and talked to a few of our friends, and so a lot of the mentors that are part of the Artisan Social Club have donated time, like Matt Larson here. Matt has donated his time, and a lot of industry artists have donated their time for a lot of these students and workshops that we're trying to do. A lot of the workshops really hit on, how to prepare students, struggling artists, and young artists, and inspiring designers to really take the proper steps into becoming a successful, designer or artist in our industry. This is something where we've kind of brought a lot of people that understand the business, understand the dynamics of studio lifestyle. We have like Matt, for example, is great at talking about what it's like to be a freelancer as an artist for many years, and also other artists that have worked in movies, the movie industry, video game industry. So all these artists have collaborated together and come together to really give these aspiring designers and artists to a chance to really like hone in and focus and kind of funnel their thoughts into what exactly it takes to become successful in our industry. So that's the a little bit long-winded way of explaining what the Artisan Social Club is, but we're happy to bring it back, and we're actually more excited now to bring it to the East Coast because it's something that we've partnered up with a lot of different people, which we'll talk soon about. But we definitely are really excited to bring it to the East Coast, and the West Coast is starting to thrive as well, and so we're starting to bring it back. People are excited that we're back, so we're glad to share all our story and our all the wonderful things that we got in the works. So we're happy to share it with you.
Again, you go to artisansocialclub.com. I feel like we should have you back for a whole hour. Now that I'm looking through everything, it's an amazing thing. You got East Coast, you got West Coast, but we're not just talking about art from whether it's art or illustrations or comic books. We're talking about toys. We're talking about video games. We're talking about photography, like Andrew. It is the whole gamut of anything, like you said, artisan related. It's under your umbrella. It is certainly welcoming to all artists, anyone and everyone. Correct? Right,
and so that's the key thing for us at the Artisan Social Club. We knew that bringing this type of insight to the industry wasn't going to just be about one particular industry. Like, I'm from the toy industry, Matt as well. We're both from the toy industry. That's where we came from. And but a lot of our mentors are, again, they're from the film industry, they're from the video game industry, they're from comic books, they're tattoo artists, they're illustrators, freelancers. There's the gamut is so wide. And so we're starting to even start talking to like maybe voice actors that do voice acting for video games and voice actors for movies and animation and things like that. So we're really broadening out the possibilities of what kids can really become and get encouraged to thrive for. You know what I mean? So that's really what our focus is to really make sure that kids have an opportunity to broaden their possibilities.
So what is and I want to get to Matt and Andrew real quick, but what is the next event, or is there something online? Are you looking for people to kind of join up with us? So, I mean, obviously, if you're an artist out there, you definitely want to be part of the artisansocialclub.com. You want to go check it out. But are you going to have a workshop or anything coming up that we're going to be able to participate in?
Yeah, so right now we have one coming up on the 19th in LA, actually. So if there's anybody listening in LA, there's one in Downey, California that's happening next weekend. We're really excited about that one. It's our first, actually our second live event, because Matt and I did our first live event a couple weeks ago, and so here in New Jersey, but Joe's doing that with the other mentors up in California. So we're doing that there. But in New Jersey, though, we definitely have a few things in mind. We have one coming up very soon. We're trying to find facilities and partners to help us get a location so that we can start doing these more often. So we definitely would love to partner up with different places that have open facilities for us to do these type of events. But we definitely have a few of events coming up in our website, because that's where we really want everybody to kind of come check out, because that's where we'll be sharing all these events that are coming up soon. So
maybe I can help you. I know places like the Showboat and some other places would love to host something that you guys are doing, and I can certainly help you in the right direction. We'd love to be. I'm not an artist, but I just admire art, and I think. But let's talk to Matt real quick. Matt, I'm looking at your art here, and it is blowing my mind.
Well, thank you.
Really impressive stuff. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why, and what's your role with the social club.
Well, I've been an artist, working as an artist for nearly 30 years, and I've worked as a freelance artist for the toy industry in a number of different areas for 15 years before I started working with Carlos. And he asked me to be a mentor with the Artisan Social Club, which was a great honor, and I was happy to do it. It occurred to me that I actually do have a ton of experience and a ton of things I can add to mentoring younger artists who who are coming up and might be struggling to get their feet under them. Because as good of an artist as we might be right now, we were in the same boat not too long ago. Well, maybe a little long ago, but we worked our way through it. And when I was younger, of course, I questioned whether I could make it as an artist. And now that I'm older and I have done it, it's I just really want to impart on younger people who have this as their interest that you can work through the tough times, and in the end, it's a fantastic career, and it's well worth the effort, and it's always just great because you never know what you're going to be working on next, and oftentimes it's pretty amazing the projects that you get to work on, and the things that just pop up, and the people you meet, and the people who remember your work and who come back to you and want to work with you again, and
and you can check out Matt Larson's work at artisansocialclub.com. He's worked with Hasbro toys, superhero, Star Wars movies, Marvel superheroes. What is something you're really proud of, Matt, out there that we can go check out that you want to push us in the right direction of?
Well, unfortunately, when you work in a production environment, you are a bit of a cog. So I've worked on just a tremendous amount of toys, none of which have my name on them. But I'm still very proud that they made it into production. They made it on the shelves. People love to collect them, and that's the legacy I have, is just all that concept art, all that orthographic artwork that helped to get these projects made.
All right, give me one toy that toward the front of your shelf that you're proud of that you helped design.
More recently, Hasbro did have a 3-foot Galactus statue that came out that was fully posable, and I had the great honor of drawing the orthographic for that project, and it actually wound up looking nearly exactly like what I had drawn. So that's something that I always like to tell people about who start asking what I've done.
And if you guys ever get to see that Galactus drawing that he did, it's incredible. Like, it'll just blow your mind.
Well, make sure you send me that. I got to check it out. Go to artisansocialclub.com and you can see Matt's and other artists as well. We only have a couple minutes left. Andrea, tell us a little bit about yourself, a photographer, but also you've been doing some events at Chickies and Pete's, and they're sponsoring some workshops. You're doing toy fairs in New York and stuff like that. But tell us a little bit about you and what you're excited about right now.
Hi, my name Andrea, and I do photography for Artisan Social Club. I mostly do I'm all behind the scenes, so I help with the event coordinating, the media, social media, all the website stuff we need to get done. So I'm behind the scenes, making sure everything runs smoothly. So just making sure everything runs smoothly for the team. And we do have Chickies and Pete's is just got on board on sponsoring our events. And then we have Toy Fair coming up too. You want to talk about Toy Fair?
Yeah, I'll talk about it.
Yeah. So my husband will talk about Toy Fair. So for me, it's I've been in the industry doing photography and video, and I'm just putting my creativity with the club and helping out by putting the website together, the social media, and everything running smoothly behind the scenes.
Yeah. All right. Very cool. All right, Carlos. I'm going to let you wrap things up, and I want you to promise me, and then I promise you, I'll come into the studio next time. We'll spend a whole hour talking about everything you got going on. Maybe around the next time you do an event around here or whatever. But let's make that happen. Promise me, and I promise
Yes,
that.
absolutely. And the thing is with the Chickies and Pete's, we are really grateful for those type of sponsorships. So yeah, I mean, Chickies and Pete's is coming alongside of us and sponsoring our next private event that we're having. They're just amazing, and they just offer their services and catering to all our events. And we're working on some really fun activities at their facilities there at Chickies and Pete's on Egg Harbor Township, over there by English Creek Plaza, and we're really excited to team up with Chickies and Pete's over there. So, but yeah, there's a lot of cool things happening with Toy Fair. We're really excited with the opportunities that we have. We have a 20-foot by 20-foot booth there. We'll be doing workshops for kids. We're doing stuff with Student Congress. So we'll be teaching kids about portfolio preparations and also doing portfolio reviews, really trying to get the kids to really go out there and find some really fun jobs. So again, thank you for having us here. We really appreciate it.
All right, Carlos, Andrea, Matt, thank you so much for your time. Next time,
Thank you.
In person, go to Artisan Social Club. artisansocialclub.com. Best of luck to you guys. Really.
Thank
Bye,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Thanks. Appreciate it, guys. Bye bye.
We'll be right back with Gregory after this quick break.
Off the press with Scott Cronick.